For most of us, this is still a fascist administration. This is still an administration that does not want to do good for the American people. It wants to do good for the oligarchs. And I'll be damned if I'm going to sit here and say the same things that Cenk is saying because I might get more viewers. All right, guys. Recently, we put out a video where we talked about Mondale Robinson not wanting to work with TYT or Cenk Uygur anymore. And of course, for Cenk, he's having a really hard time understanding why progressives are upset with him, while people on the left are upset with him. And there's an obvious move towards more of a right conservative audience for TYT right now. Those reasons we can explain in a whole different video. But for now, I want to address something that Cenk did the other day on Twitter, talking to Elon Musk about potentially being involved in his Doge program and why that's upsetting for people on the left, or specifically for his progressive audience. Anyways, why don't we take a look at this video right here where Cenk reads his own tweet that he tweeted out to Elon Musk.
The other day online, I sent this tweet. Hey, Elon Musk, put me in charge of the Pentagon. /400 billion easy. That'll get you to 20% of your goal of 2 trillion right out of the gate. I went to Wharton 3 years before you. I own a media company, so I know how to run a business. If you really want to cut, put me in, coach. But then this shocking thing happened. Elon Musk responded. He said, specific suggestions are welcome. Now I'm going to come back to why that's so important in a second. And okay, so I'll give you a preview real quick. It's not because, oh my God, there's a billionaire who responded to me. I'm so fascinated by that. Oh golly gee, I can't see straight anymore. I'm so naive. Okay, anyway, so he says this and I said, okay, great. In fact, I didn't even realize he commented on the tweet until last night's show. One of the members pointed out, he's like, Cenk, you know you responded. I was like, oh, I didn't. So then I went on and I said this after yesterday's show. As you know, you need to settle the line items see the line items in the budget, but I have one suggestion already. The generals are not allowed to get a job with defense contractors for 10 years. They authorize so much wasteful spending because they're going to get hired by those same companies.
So look, you can see how awkward Cenk is about this. He's explaining overly why he's not all that excited. He was just tweeting out something and Elon responded and he didn't even know that Elon responded. It was crazy. He had to be told by a commenter that, oh my God, did you see that Elon Musk tweeted back at you, on something that you tweeted to him and hoped he would respond to you? So first of all, let's just cut the bullshit. Everybody knows why you tweeted that. You want Big Daddy Elon to come back and be like, thanks so much, Cenk. You're the smartest guy. Wow, how did we ever demean and call people like you names and just lie to you and act like everything you say is complete and utter bullshit? We should have been working with Cenk Uygur the whole time. That's what you wanted him to say. So guess what, Cenk? You got what you wanted. In fact, you had people in the comments saying things like this. As a Trump supporter, this was dope, Cenk. Much respect. As a conservative, I would love to see Cenk as part of Trump's administration. I can't believe as a Republican, I'm watching TYT. 2 TYT videos in one day? As a Christian conservative, great job, Cenk and Anna. May the Lord bless you and your families. Of course, those weren't the only comments. There's definitely some pushback against Cenk and his new grift. These comments were, get that tasty hot grift dollar while you can, Cenky. And the grifting has begun. I feel like deep down, Cenk was screaming with joy he got a response. Laugh out loud. Or, my favorite, funny how not too long ago he was calling Trump supporters bootlickers. Who's licking boots now? Yeah, Cenk, who's licking boots now? And of course, Cenk is just like, why are these people overreacting? Progressives should want the Pentagon budget to be slashed. And to be completely fair to the new Lord of the Grift, he does go on to explain how this is something that progressives should want. But the problem isn't that progressives don't want the budget slashed. The problem is that just like Trump supporters that sold women's rights down the road for cheaper grocery prices and cheaper gas, which, of course, Donald Trump is now saying he probably can't actually lower the prices of groceries, Cenk is selling LGBT rights, women's rights, immigrants' rights, which, by the way, are all progressive values, in the hopes of garnering the attention of the world's richest man. Elon Musk isn't just talking about slashing the Pentagon's budget. He's supporting the removal of transgenders from the military. He's supporting the removal of countless immigrants and deporting them and removing them from their families. He supports the end of birthright citizenship. He's proposing massive layoffs of everyday people that work in our government in the administrative wing. And he's proposing cutting the social safety nets of the elderly and disabled in our communities. This isn't progressives getting upset that Cenk wants to support cuts to the Pentagon. This is progressives getting upset that he is supporting an administration that he has literally called fascist. This is progressives saying that playing footsie with the world's richest man in the hopes of getting recognized and signal boosted isn't kosher. You know, Bernie Sanders recently came out and said that we as the left, we as progressives, should hold this administration to the promises that they made that we agree upon. And it seems like Cenk completely missed the point. He didn't mean bow down and beg for a job, Cenk. One which, by the way, he'll never actually have a chance at. He meant call them on their bullshit. He didn't mean sell out the people that made you who you are today, who your platform is today, by sucking up to the very man that spread misinformation and disinformation across the largest social media platform on the internet, which he paid more than $40 billion for to help Trump win the presidency. He meant point it out loudly and consistently, so when they don't follow through with the shit that they promised, which we all know that conservatives don't want to actually cut the military spending. We all know that Trump did, in fact, increase the spending of the military every single chance that he got. We can prove once again that these people, all people, are literally once again being lied to. Look. If Elon and Vivek and MTG want to use Doge to actually cut some of the spending in the military, I'm all for it. But I'm not going to sit here and act like this administration is going to do that in the first place. I don't think they will. I think that they're going to make cuts to Social Security. I think they're going to make cuts to Medicare. I think they're going to take money from everyday Americans that need that money. And I'm not about to sit here and act like this administration doesn't stand against LGBT rights, that this administration doesn't stand to deport people from their families, deport people that have literally been propping up this economy and making America as great as it is. If you want to slash the budget to the military, go for it. I dare you. Do it. As far as Cenk and Anna and TYT goes, if they want to make a turn to the right, they want to bring in conservatives to their platform to support them because that's where the easy money is, then go for it. But we ain't going to follow you anymore. We don't want to see any more of Cenk and Anna going on Glenn Beck or Dave Rubin and saying, oh, we're really sorry for the things we said. We know we were kind of mean. We know we called you guys fascists. But, you know, hey, that was then and this is now. No, for most of us, this is still a fascist administration. This is still an administration that does not want to do good for the American people. It wants to do good for the oligarchs. And I'll be damned if I'm going to sit here and say the same things that Cenk is saying because I might get more viewers. But you guys tell me, what do you guys think? Do you think that this move that the establishment left has been trying to do, which is hyper ironic because supposedly Cenk is supposed to be against the establishment left, but the reaching across to the right, do you think that this is something that America should be doing? Do you think that we should be giving up women's rights, LGBT rights, and the safety of the immigrants in our population just so we can get a little bit of a slashing of the Pentagon's budget? I think, to be honest with you, nah, I don't think it's worth it. I don't think giving away women's rights is worth it. We've already played this game. We know what the outcome is. Anyways, you guys let me know what you think in the comments. You tell me. And don't forget, if you haven't liked, subscribed, and shared this video, please do so. Help us get the voice out there. Let's get bigger than the TYTs of the world. Let's have real people, authentic people, actually saying the things that need to be said. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. And I hope to see you next time. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. And check out that video on the screen now.